Cool Springs.
Well, the man they call the baritone beatbox is here. It's Rappin' Randy T. And he's just phenomenal and has a new album out. According to Robert Orman, it's the perfect country album. And Robert knows what he's talking about, too.
Yeah, I like Robert.
I bet you do.
I like him a lot.
Right now you do, yeah.
You know, years ago, remember the version we did of A Matter of Time?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
So Robert had written a review, and on that review, he had written something to the effect he did not care for. He said it's not bad, but it's not one of my favorites for sure. Like the low note was too, and I forget the word that he used, but like plan to, you could see it coming a mile away kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were at an award show ceremony. Maybe that was what it was like. Maybe it's the ASCAP Awards. Maybe that's what it was. But I walked up behind him. He didn't see me, and I leaned over his shoulder. I said, I didn't think the recording was quite that bad.
Oh, no.
And he turned and sees me. He said, oh, I didn't know you were in town.
Busted.
Busted, yeah, it was funny.
Are you acting? You doing anything? You doing any movies or anything?
I did. The last thing that I did was last year, independent film called The Wager, and that's out and to be available to the public May 13th.
What's that about?
Well, this is an interesting piece. There is a Christian, independent Christian film company that made it, and so it's based on a book that Bill Myers wrote. And you have a guy who is he's an actor. He's nominated for an award. So it's all right. Here's the problem. He is faced with: can you live in this day and time up to everything that's written within the Sermon on the Mount, while your life is basically chronicling the book of Job as far as one thing after the other going down, down. It's an interesting piece of writing.
Are you attacked by a plague of locusts in the film?
Locusts and boils.
Do you get boils?
No.
We got a part for you, Randy, but we got bad news. You get boils.
Yeah. I think the boils are the only thing they miss. I just flat said no to that.
That's where I draw the line.
I draw the line right there, boy.
Locusts, fine. Boils,
Yeah.
Just consider Randy not there for that day. All right. You know what? And I've known you, my friend, for so many years, but. And I mean this seriously, this is one of the albums that all my songwriting friends in town, every songwriting guy I know said, I want to be on this album. Do you know that?
No.
I mean, over and over I would hear that, Randy Travis is cutting, and let's write something for him, or I've got a song in the hunt for that. That's one of those albums when people are coming out, they go, man, if I can be part of that, it would be very special.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's
I didn't
great
make the cut, but No, but I'm serious. I mean, it's one of those things. It happens every now and then. It'll sort of sweep the. I think it happened last time with Razzie Bailey.
I don't know. Project.
No, but seriously, I mean, it just consumes Music Row. Where people go, to have a Randy Travis cut would make my career, like you and George Strait, and used to be with George Jones.
Yeah, well, I
you right.
That.
I mean, if you'd say George Jones recorded one of my songs, wouldn't that just?
Yes, I would be thrilled. Yes, yeah. You're right. Yeah, and I appreciate you saying that. I'm honored. I'm honored. This career has been so far beyond. You and I have done interviews again before in the past, but when I got in this business, 200,000 Units Sold was a successful album. Mm-hmm. Storms of Life did 1 million copies in less than a year, and then the nominations for the awards coming our way, and I just wanted to make a living as a singer and a songwriter, and I'm sure I look like, as I say many times, a deer in the headlights kind of thing. What is it, Horizon Awards, CMA, the first time I had to perform one of those singles early on. And I remember being there so clearly and looking out, okay, there's George Jones, Tammy Wynette, Loretta Lynn, Hank Jr., just the audience full of people that I had so much respect for. it's like fear just hit me uncontrollably. I'm thinking, I can't finish this song. I need to leave now.
But you did.
I got through it. And
you don't have panic attacks, do you?
No, that was the only time.
Really?
It felt like one right then. But you know what? Now, at this point, when I walk on stage, there's a bit of a nervous feeling because I want it to go right. I mean, I guess all of us, if we care at all, feel that way. But I get nervous when the show starts. But once I'm into the first song, I'm as comfortable as I would be sitting at home singing for you.
I have panic attacks. I don't know whether you know, seriously.
Really?
And, yeah, I've had them all my life since I was a kid for no reason. And I haven't had one in years, but what's awful about them is that you don't know when you're going to have another one.
Yeah.
And I've had them. Yeah. Actually, from my honeymoon on is when I mostly had.
Started
with my honeymoon. Yeah, I almost walked away there. But anyway, I'm going to play 3 Wooden Crosses. And
for Carl,
who's in Elgin, Illinois, and very good. And the new album, what's the album called? Around the Corner?
Around the Bend.
Around the Bend.
Around the Bend.
And it comes out when? Do you know?
The end of June. It's rare that I do know these answers, but yes, end of June or into July.
And are you? I don't know. Are you touring or?
Yeah, last year Lib figured this up. We lived on the bus for 8 solid months of last year.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We stay on the road playing shows.
Well, you need to get a house.
Well, you know.
Don't you have a house
in Santa Fe somewhere?
Well, you need to go to it.
I've not seen it lately.
You need to go to your house. You need to go to the house.
Lib actually talked to a woman I used to know, used to work there with us, and she said it's still there. And everything's going fair, you know, weather's beautiful, and I said, well, I hope to get to see it again one of these days.
Well, you need to, I mean, don't you schedule in like month-long vacations?
At the end of each year, that's exactly what we do. We just take out, all right, here's a block of a month and a half or whatever it might be.
And then you do nothing.
And then I go home, and do nothing.
Well, you said you couldn't do nothing for more than 2 days earlier in this very interview.
Well, I say nothing in the sense of playing music. I'm not out doing any shows. For me, I'm up in the morning, I'm in the gym, I'm out riding horses. We're going to.
Do you make rugs? Do you do
make rugs?
Don't they make Navajo rugs or something out there?
They make, yes, and I've been quilting.
Have you really?
Learning, quilting and learning to cook.
Is it regular quilting or speed quilting?
It's more like speed quilt. I like to see how
quilting.
fast I love,
You should make Jerry a quilt.
I'll try and do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
make me a quilt with my likeness on the side, like that kind of a.
My profile?
Yeah, my profile.
Okay, and
I'll sleep, or actually put your face on it, and I'll sleep on you every night.
Okay.
Pull Randy up over me when I go to bed.
Thank you. Gosh, I'm speechless at this point.
Yeah. Well, I love you, man. I'm so glad you came in.
Thanks, Jerry. Mike. Hey, it's great to be with you again. We've been living in Santa Fe for 9 years, and I truly have missed listening to you. You're great.
Well, thank you very much. We'll have to get you an XM radio. That's why that guy called from Illinois. We're all over America now. We're on XM satellite.
You just have to tell me how to turn it on, and
we'll hook it up to the satellite TV.
Can you play? Will you play a lot of old classics too? Because I like to sit with a guitar. If it has 3 chords, I love to sit and play along with stuff like that.
You're not bored. You're playing along to the radio. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, because it's the old stuff.
Is that what he's doing?
I'll do that with the old stuff. Yeah, because well, in Faith in You, Matt Rollins, he's such a piano player. I'm guessing that's the reason there's all these chord changes and these things off chords. I don't have a clue what they are. But if you stick to 3 chords, I can flat chunk some rhythm with you.
All right. Well, anyway, come back and see us anytime. I'm going out with this is a great song, and I'll see you around the bend.
All right.